Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of the Mandalorian review by Commander Cody Podcast Live. So, episode 2 was called The Child, and we kind of start off with the Mandalorian traveling with the baby Yoda, which we still don't know the name of the species, but they're kind of traveling back to get back to his ship. He gets attacked by some Trandoshan's, which are the same species as Bosk, one of the bounty hunters from Empire. So it's kind of cool just seeing him a little bit more action. He kind of gets injured on his arm, and then we have a later scene where they're kind of like, camping out almost, and he's trying to repair his like shoulder kind of arm area, and we keep seeing the baby Yoda just kind of reach up and want to heal him with the Force or something, but the Mandalorian doesn't understand. He keeps putting him back in the little floaty basket thing. So it's kind of good back and forth, like, oh, it's like, can it use the Force, or is it just trying to touch him? It's kind of a fun tease. So by the time they get back to his ship, it's like a chop shop. The Jawas are just like, taking all his stuff. He gets angry. He loads up his rifle, and we find out that it can instantly incinerate like targets. So it just like, blows up like several Jawas. It just poof, into dust. So it's kind of surprising how much actual violence is in this show, but they do it in a way that makes it not so violent. It's kind of like a weird balancing act where it's like, I've never seen that in Star Wars, but it's not so horrible like Game of Thrones. So it's kind of, I guess, a good balancing act, because it's like Disney Plus is supposed to be kid friendly, but then it's like, well, he's like killing all these things. So it's just very interesting how they do the balancing act there. They get in kind of to their like sandcrawler, and then they're kind of going off, and he kind of goes after them, and then he has it set, I think, on his wrist for the baby to follow him, so the baby's following him. He tries to go up and like climb up, and then he gets to the top, and they kind of do the R2 where they shoot him with their gun, and then he's like electrified, and then he kind of just falls down. So I felt like that was a really cool callback. They have a lot of callbacks. I'm sure there's a lot more Easter eggs. I just need to go back and watch the episode. We get a lot of great, walking shots, and then we also get him kind of returning to his ship, and it's in ruins. Nothing works. So he kind of makes his way back to the Ugnaught, Nick Nolte's character. And Nick Nolte kind of says, we can trade with them, and the Mandalorian's like, why would I want to trade with them? They stole from me. And it's almost like he's kind of telling them like, well, this is how it works here in this world, on this planet. So they go to the Jawas, and they're trying to offer a trade, and they want his armor, then they want the baby, and then they decide they want him to get them this egg, and they keep saying egg, egg, egg. So they kind of take him out. He walks with the baby to this cave, and they're kind of alone. The baby kind of stays back. He goes inside the cave. A creature kind of opens its eyes, and there's bones everywhere, and then it attacks him. It's I don't know the exact species, but it's the same one that appears in Revenge of the Sith, in the or a similar type creature that appears in Revenge of the Sith. Like that's kind of going after them in the Colosseum scene. Oh, sorry, an Attack of the Clones, not Revenge of the Sith. Attack of the Clones. It's that same one in the Colosseum scene where it's trying to attack them. So it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's the exact same species, but it looks very similar type creature. Let's see. And the biggest thing, I think the reveal, or the biggest thing that happened this episode, was Baby Yoda was able to help the Mandalorian by stopping the creature. Kind of floats it up in the air for a few seconds. That gives the Mandalorian enough time to kind of like stab it in the neck, I guess, in a vital spot, and it kills him. And then at the end, we kind of get like a repair montage of Nick Nolte and the Mandalorian kind of fixing the ship, and then he kind of takes off. And, it was a very short episode. It was only like 30 minutes long, so I was kind of surprised on the length, and it almost felt like this was almost a continuation of last episode. So it's like, I know that had that big reveal at the end, but it almost felt like this should have been in last episode. So that's my only kind of, not necessarily complaint, but it's just like 30 minutes. I need more than 30 minutes. So I'm hoping the rest of the episodes are at least 40 minutes or longer, because just 30 minutes is just way too quick to get get any more story and stuff. But like I said, it was a really cool episode. It's just my biggest thing was the length of it, and then just what we got. So I'm thinking next Friday we should get more. Like, is he going to decide to actually give them the baby? Is he going to keep the baby? And then I think it's going to show the Mandalorian kind of building out his crew, because he tried to recruit the Nick Nolte Ugnaught character, but he said no. So I don't know if we're ever going to see him again. What's going to happen with IG-11? Is he going to come back for revenge? So there's a lot of open questions, and I'm still really excited about the show. So if you like my show, please like and comment. Follow my page, Commander Cody Live. So hope you all enjoy this episode, and until next time, peace out.